neurotransmitter mechanism, and so I think it is a this is another very interesting thing. MicroRNA, these are too complex for right now to discuss it, but I think the most important thing is that the CBD act as you can see, that prevents the release of the glutamate. This is very important, one of the very important functions of CBD. And the difference between a spectra of CBD means it has all the junks which you come with CBD when you isolate from hemp plant. They call it a full spectra. This has everything. But when the study was done, the purified CBD was much more effective. In this case, he was measuring just reduction in inflammation, and found out that CBD at the same dose was require much lower dose to inhibit inflammation than a full spectra of CBD. So we maintain that our CBD isolate that we have, which is highly purified, is the best for each section.
And I think, Dr. Prasad, that's really confusing out there. So people have used different types of CBD
like a CBD oil,
and they use the word entourage effect, which is pseudoscience.
Yeah.
It has no science to it.
No. I think actually I read that article. These are all commercial. There is no scientific basis. And if you look who funded that, the CBD company who was selling the product funded that project. But still, if you look their own GERB, their own, is not true what they're saying, their own paper. And I looked one of them that David sent me. It was published from some scientist from Israel. Yes. But in any case, I think ours is the best, and I have studied a lot and isolate. We think that this is the best.
And you also have current research for children that have epilepsy.
Yes.
That's been peer-reviewed and published for epilepsy with the CBD isolate.
Isolate, yeah. And it is what you call 750 milligrams for children. Wow. So it has a very important implication in brain. And in a seizure, as you know, that all kind of neurotransmitters are released, and especially glutamate is one of them that makes you so hyperactive, anxiety, depression, and this can be resolved as well. But if you combine them with antioxidant that we have, then you don't have to use that high dose for the same effect.
So to back up, I want to say this real quick. I was doing some research today, Dr. Prasad, and this is fascinating to me, that they actually found a new hybrid cell in between the glia and the astrocyte. Uh-huh. And its job is with the VGLUT, VGLUT, and it actually has to do with glutamate excessive toxicity. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we just found this cell. And glutamate, excessive glutamate and glutamate toxicity is such an issue when it comes to any neurodegenerative issue out there. Whether we have, like Dr. Victoria, with children with autism, pandas,
or bipolar depression, all these kind of issues. The neurological issue, they don't have to be there if you use a right approach combination. And some people just use the CBD, say, for example. Yeah, that will give some good. Some people use micronutrient alone. Well, that will give some good. But how about the intestinal dysbiosis that is contributing to all these disease processes? Intestinal dysbiosis, as you know, is increasing the number of bacteria, harmful bacteria in your gut. Is called intestinal dysbiosis. And so in many diseases, I found out today that even both are independent. In a mouth also, the microorganisms which are a mouth, they are independent to micronutrient, to bacteria that you have in the gut. They don't communicate with each other until there is too much problem that the communication breaks down.